All right, today we're working on our door gaps on the, or panel gaps on the driver's side. We've got the passenger side all finished up. We showed you that last night. It's in good shape. You can see the door gap back here is pretty good. We worked on this before, and it's pretty good. It's got a couple little areas that we're going to have to work on. And you can see this fender gap up here is pretty dang ugly. And you might just say, well, why don't you move it back? But it's as back as far as it can go, because the real alignment is down here where it meets up with the rocker panel. You can see the gap between the rocker and the fender is pretty good. And you can see right here that it's just this door gap right here, or the end of the door, edge of the door, should meet up with the edge of the rocker right there, and you can see there's a gap. So we're going to have to do what we did before, and you saw in a previous video a couple of weeks ago, and weld a rod on, and we got to weld it all the way down that door to get this gap looking better. So that's what we're going to do today. Alright, it's Sunday morning. We got Matt out here. He's working on the back here, finishing up, doing some block sanding on our quarter panel extensions, just doing the final tweaking on that. We got them pretty close, and so he's working on that. And up here, picking up where we left off on fixing this panel gap issue. We, as we said, we took a welding rod and just started tacking it all the way down and shaping it as we go to fit the body contour. And we got it pretty close. Just got to finish tacking this last little section down here, and then we'll come back and put a million tacks on it and fill it all in, and then grind it down. And we'll come back and show you what it looks like, and show you what Matt's doing back here too. Matt continuing to block sand on those quarter panel extensions over there. He doesn't hear me. He's got his tunes in, but he's out here working good today. Okay, well, we've got the piece all tacked in place. We haven't done any grinding on it yet. Wanted to do a test fit to just see how it was going to look, and you can see the gap for the most part on the door is tightened up quite a bit. Up here, I just, this is a aftermarket door skin. I have no idea why this is so big, but we just gone in and drew marked a few places with a marker there where we're going to have to go back and weld another rod yet again on the outside of what we've done to get that gap narrowed up. The gap's not consistent all the way down. We can easily fix that where it's too tight. It's easy to grind some off. It's hard to add some to it, and definitely don't want to pack it full of filler. So we'll come back and weld some more and show you what it looks like. Okay, well, we've got the metal work and welding done, and we just got to fine tune the gap a little bit, and then put some filler on it. And so we're going to go and mark the places where it's a little bit tight and come back and do a little grinding. And up here the gap is looking pretty good. We've got a little bit right here that's got to come off, and we use this dolly to shape this and get this on the same contour as the fender, because this door skin was not even close. It was at least probably 3/16 of an inch high, and kind of had a flatness to it instead of being concave like that. So we used some tools here and persuaded that to fit in there better. So it's getting close. Got a little bit more work to do today on it, and we'll have it looking really good. Okay, well, we got all the tweaking as far as the metal goes done, and you see the gap is pretty good all the way down. A couple of little minor areas that aren't great. Right down there at the bottom of the rocker, it's tucked in a little bit too much, and but we're ready to put some filler on it and do all of our final tweaking and body filler, and call this one good. Yeah. Alright, there's Reese and Matt putting the hood hinges on. We got a little bit of sun coming in right there, but Reese, what you think, buddy?
Looks good.
You like it? Alright, well, we got our first skim coat of body filler on the on our repair down here, and we'll sand that off, and it'll probably take 2 or 3 coats to get it leveled out, and we'll be all good.